Hello guys, and welcome back to Verkstan again. I just finished putting this one side rear wheel bearing in place. I have never done this before, so I thought it was a trickier job than it actually was. So I bought a new rear bearing kit. It comes in 9 different pieces. I have now sandblasted these hubs and also painted them, the part which comes out. I heated up this outer bearing, this bigger one, to get it on here. It was an easy fit. Just heated it a little bit and then it pops right in. And then I continued with pressing in this outside bearing piece, which comes here, but it comes inside here, like that. And then after that one is in, you put in this one, which comes on the outside of the hub. And then when that one's in, you can put in this piece, this hub from the outside. And then when you turn it around, you put in this bearing piece for the smaller bearing. And then you put this like compression ring on the hub, like that. And then you heat this inner bearing a little bit and drop it on here. And then when that's in place, you install this piece on the inside of the hub, this like rubber protector stuff. And then you put this special washer inside this seal, and then this special nut inside here. So it goes like flush with this washer. And then you need a special tool, which I think I showed you in the first episode, which you like tighten the bearing with. And it fits right in here, in those slots. And then it also fits inside this washer. So that's a special tool you need for this. I have made this myself. I didn't find any. I think there was some on eBay, but they were so expensive to get shipped here, so I made my own. From the inside, it looks like this. It's pretty flush, everything here. And then when you have tightened it, so you feel that there's a little bit tension on the bearings, it should be enough, not too tight. We had the Finnish Independence Day, so I got some shit done here. The axles are now in. These are, like I said, has been on another project before my use. So they have already got some dirt on them, but I think they were sandblasted and painted. Gecko Racing coilover suspension is in place, and it is now set on the highest level you can put them. So it's not possible to raise the car anymore from this height it's sitting on right now, but I think it should work for the winter use. And the brakes are all installed and bleeded, so they work. The clutch is also bleeded and works. The rear axle is in place. I have now the plastic bushings installed in the subframe and also in these control arms. I have also made some grease, these nipples here, which you can add grease to them so you don't get any bad noises when they start to work up and down. So it's good to give some lubricant to those sometimes. And the propeller shaft is a custom made. The front part is with the 110 bolt pattern flex disc. The support bearing is the bigger one, and also this like flex joint here is also the bigger model, because in the previous wagon build I broke this joint because it was the weaker one from the NA diesels, and that didn't take that amount of power, so I changed it to this bigger model, which can be found on turbo models and also the 210 and 202 models. And this is the 100mm bolt pattern flex disc. So we'll try with this one now. And the big differential is in place. Nothing special with installing that, everything bolted in place. This is the original mount. I had many of those, so I picked one which was in best condition and filled it with this window glue to make it stiffer. And the new drive shafts, which I showed you, pretty simple fit. Just had to take a little bit off here, make a little chamfer, so these hubs won't hit the bolts here on the diff. Coilovers are installed here also. Same stuff here, it's in the highest position. So not possible to raise the car anymore, but I think this should work. Like you saw, I just made the exhaust 3-inch stainless steel, MIG welded, and this long muffler with a bend. And here is the screen pipe from the wastegate, welded straight to the wastegate because it was like that before, so it was easier to weld a pipe to it than to make some kind of flange back. So now it's time to install the exhaust and then try to move it by its own power for the first time with this engine. Pretty much done here. Just put in the final pieces here in the interior. Door cards and all floor mats and everything. Just need to clean it a little bit. Some old dirt on the dashboard, but also fitted some 5.25-inch speakers here. Not really the right size, but I made them to fit. Also here in the back, everything has been installed. New back seat with the headrests and some speakers here also in both sides. And I will have some amplifiers here in the trunk and also a subwoofer box. So I will look at that later on. The front seats now also work on these buttons here. I have not connected the battery now, but everything works on them. The electronics was a little bit fiddly to get to work everything. And I'm not pretty sure if everything works now either, but we'll work it out later when I start to use it. This car has been staying for at least 10 years, so I think some stuff will start to work when I start to use it. Also installed the boost gauge here in the ashtray, so it's not working anymore as it should, but pretty nice fit like that. I think in the previous 123 Mercedes I had it here in this panel, but this is now for the electric fan for the engine, and the rest is original. This is for the inner lights in the back and the sunroof and the heated rear window. And yeah, I had to plug these manual window lifter holes because the car these came out of had the manual ones, but this has the electronic ones, which also work now in both sides. So next up I will try to wash this car because I washed it. It was all green and mossy when I got it. And I washed it with some pretty wild chemicals, so it got all the surfaces are like sandpaper on the whole car. So, and here where I have been working on it, there is some oil and stuff that has sunk into the paint. So hopefully I can wash that away, and then I will try to give this a polish to get some nicer look on it if it's possible. Also had these genuine Zender wheels to match the front lip. This is, I don't know actually where these have come from. I got them from my car painter Kiitola Bilmåleri. And 3 of the wheels are from the same model. But this one has 30 bolts here around. The other ones has only 20. So I will try to wash it now, and yeah, I haven't still to drive the car any longer than here, a couple of meters. So maybe tomorrow when it's a little bit better weather outside, I will take it for a spin and see if everything works as it should. So now the car has been dynoed, and here you see the results. 442 wheel horsepower, 577 Newton, and about 475 610 engine power. So really nice curve for only 2.3 bars of boost. And I don't know how much the clutch can handle. I think it slipped a little bit in the dyno, but we kept on going and it didn't slip anymore after that, so maybe it needed a little heat to get a better grip. But that's pretty nice. Nice numbers. And now the car has been MOT inspected and registered in Finland. So it's fully legal now to drive on the roads. I've been driving it for a couple of days already. A little bit much sound maybe from the exhaust, but you will get used to it, like always. New license plates, and also this dunka system here. 2 12-inch subwoofers, one on the other side, and amplifiers for both subwoofers and these speakers here, and also these ones. I also got this very nice oil cap from Gabba Racing on Instagram. You should check this guy out. He has a pretty cool build also with a 606. Ask him his DMs if you want one of these caps. And I have now made the cable harness. Still have to wrap it up a little nicer for the extra lights from Lumise. And it came with this bracket which you mount to the bumper. I think this is more for newer cars with plastic bumper, so you have more places to screw it in and also use these support bars. But that is not possible on this one because the grill comes up with the hood, so had to make my own bar like this from this 40 by 40 steel, angle steel. So it's now bolted with these holes straight to the bumper. And then I have these supports that comes down from those bolts right there and under the bumper in the chassis. So I will see if that is sturdy enough or I have to build even some more because these are pretty damn heavy. I think the whole package with the lights, when it came, it was over 12 kilos, so pretty heavy duty ones. But I will fit these now and check if I can get everything working as I want it. I also have these like light bulb adapters. I bought these on some web shop. It's with two different like lights in the same bulb. These orange ones. So I will try to fit these into the original blinker in the front, so I can have one position light burning all the time, and then the other one will be the blinker turning signal. So we'll see if that looks nice, or if I keep it or not. Now everything should be working. So if I turn the position light on and the fog light, then we should have front end that looks like this. It's with the double bulb now here in the blinker, so when I put the hazard lights on, it blinks like a little bit brighter on that one. But it looks pretty badass with those big lights with the orange cross in the middle. I've been testing them also, so it's not that sturdy, but good enough. Didn't vibrate that bad when I was driving it, so I think I will keep it like that. And if you haven't already, so please go check out Lumise's web shop where I got these lights from. I have the discount code BLUMPO10, which gives you 10% off your order. And now I will try to polish this third. I don't know how that will turn out, because when you take with your hand like this, you get like white powder from the paint. I don't know, I think this car has been painted on some places, because at least on the rear door it came some paint off when I washed it. And also here you can see a slight fix on something, but let's try to polish it and see what happens if I have a white car anymore, or if it turns black. So it's not the best result, but pretty good actually. Much better than I thought it would be. Of course, these rust spots cannot be done anything to, but should be a lot easier to wash it from now on. I've only done the hood and this corner here and the roof. It has some rust here, but you can only see a small line here where the sun flap has been. The polishing turned out okay. I think I will polish it one more time when the spring comes, so I can get a nice finish on it. But now it's a little bit shinier and the snow comes easier off it now, so we'll be driving it like this. And I just installed this new sound isolation here inside the hood. Found it on Autodoc. Also these center caps for these sender wheels. These are not the best, but does great in winter use. I will now drive it like this for this winter and see what happens when the spring comes. Might put some other wheels under it and see if someone is interested to buy it or if I keep it for another year, because this now got the 2-year MOT when it's over 40 years old. So it's a pretty nice car to drive like this. This stereo stuff, not the nicest, but works great. And I couldn't really think about any better ending to this series, so I will just say thank you to everybody who has watched these episodes. And thank you to all sponsors who have helped me with this build. And also, if you are still interested in some lights, you can buy them from Lumise and use my discount code BLUMPU10 to get 10% off your order. I might make some clips about some action with this car. I will see if Utto has time to come film something, and maybe we upload another video where I'm driving this a little bit more so you can see how it performs. But it's now time to start the next project. And I have already helped my dad a little bit with his Fiat project. And the winter has been a little bit weird. It can be minus 20 degrees one day, and then the day after it's +5 and rain. So it's not the nicest weather to use this car, so it has been staying here for a couple of days now. But I will take the other project inside and start making some kind of footage of that project also. So looking forward to that one. It will be something completely different from this old technique, so it will be interesting to see that, what happens. But thank you very much and see you next time. Bye.